I was the one who created the wampum back in about the year 5. This what they call the Two Row. Some people call it decolonial in our language. It means two paths. But in the old, original way, it was called decolonial. Decolonial. It means it's the process that will put out fires. When there is fire between people, angry fires, it is this formula that will, what's the word in English? Well, it shuts the fire out before it gets out of hand. It extinguishes those fires before they really get too hot and you can't shut them out. Because when you can't shut them out, then the war happens. But it was a formula to keep peace between people. It was to have mutual respect for each other. Our people believe that everyone has a right to their own language. Everyone has the right to give thanks in their own way. There is no wrong way of saying thank you. There is no wrong way or anyone's language better than anybody else's. Everybody has those rights. It's called a human right. And it was how all human rights could be respected. But this existed before an agreement between different humans. This existed by example of creation. The sun and the earth, they work together. They both have different purpose. They work together. The moon, the earth have different purpose, but they work together. Our grandfathers, the four winds, have a different purpose, but they also help and work together. Creation showed us that if you work in harmony, that you will continue to exist as was intended by the design of creation. That's what the Two Row is all about. And when the Europeans first landed here, this was extended to them. But because they came to us by boat and they were not of this land, we tweaked it and we said, because you have no history in this land, because you have no roots to this land, that this is our mother, and you must have had a mother from where you came from. But since you are here, our mother will take care of you. But you cannot lay claim to our mother because she's not yours. You came to us by water, and we will respect that. Because in your ship, as you traveled, there is no evidence of where you have traveled from. Because when a ship passed, those whirlpools quickly faded back into the rest of the water. And so, what we will do is we will put our canoe into the water, and we will travel and journey the river of life with you as equals. That if your ship should ever capsize, we will help to make it upright again, so you can continue the journey with us. And we expect that if our canoe should capsize, that you will help us put our canoe back up so we can continue to travel the river of life together. We will educate one another. We will assist one another. But neither one of us will ever try to steer the other's vessel. Your people will be in your ship. You can make laws within your ship. You can speak the language you want within your ship. You can practice your religions in your ship. We will never interfere. But we expect the same, that you will never try to force us to change our language, to change our culture, to change our traditions, our way of life. It's called respect. And in my language, when we say, it has almost a different meaning than when you say it in English. That means that you will help to enable the other to be to their fullest capacity, the best qualities of themselves. that you will do everything to embrace that wish and well-being upon someone else. That's what real respect is, to help and make sure that the rose does not force the tulip to become a rose. The dandelion doesn't force the orchid to become a dandelion. It was the intention of creation that the people of the world will be like a bouquet. If you just have a bouquet of roses, as beautiful as they are, in time you'll get very tired of the bouquet of roses. But when you mix all the different flowers, the different shapes, the different fragrances, the different sizes, the different beauty, that's a real bouquet. And that was creation's intention, that there would be variety. There are no two trees in the forest that are exactly alike. There are no two blades of grass exactly alike. There are no two Holstein cows with the same spot. Every single thing is different. Even two brothers or two sisters who we believe are being identical twins are not exactly the same. There's something going to affect one or the other that is going to make the difference. But it's something we must all respect, acknowledge that things like this do occur. And we must respect that because it's creation's design. And who are we? Are we better? Are we smarter? Are we smarter than creation? And apparently these corporate people think they're stronger and better than creation because look at it. They're going against creation. They won't go to the river or the creek and fetch a pail of water and go with the flow of the water. They're the kind of people that would go there and push against the current. And that's why all that stuff floats up and gets in their pail. You see? When you want to know about the Two Row, that's what it is. It's not a treaty. It's a philosophy and it's a principle about life and how to get along. A treaty, in my language, we call that Yutehuzahrakwa. Today, some people say, atelier, but it's not proper. The original word, when the white man came to us with the word about treaty, we called it Yutehuzahrakwa. When we seen him coming there to ask for more, we knew he was coming, asking for more use of more of our land. So we called that having to put up our land and allowing them use of our land so that we can have some form of peace. That's what that means. Treaty. All the treaties, supposedly some of them did, was recognize the existing rights we had already. And in those treaties, they even had the gall to word and say, we recognize that all this territory is yours, and we shall never encroach upon it. We will never try to do this or to do that and everything, that will be yours forever. The ink wasn't even dry. And they run a pipeline through, or a highway through, or a railroad through, or they start building houses on it. You know, that's why you always heard the expression, he's got a forked tongue. He got two tongues. They say two different things. You know? Or else they say he's got two faces. He says one thing with this face and says this with the other face. Well, it didn't change. But people need to remember something about us. Our history did not begin in 1492. Now,